All right, what do we got this time? Let's find out. This is what I want to do all day. We don't need to finish events. We're here to get some variety. All right, what do we got? Finale of the Eternity, X black black. Destroy up to 3 target creatures with toughness X or less. If X is 10 or more, return all creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Yes, please. Thank you. Casualties of War. Choose 1 or more, destroy stuff. Also nice. Dreadhorde Invasion. Enchantment for 2. At the beginning of your upkeep, you lose 1 life and amass 1. Okay. Okay. It's kind of like a new Bitter Blossom here. Whenever a zombie token you control with power 6 or greater attacks, it gains lifelink until end of turn. I like this a lot. We're going to, I think, play all of this. Yeah, we're playing all of this. Let's see what we can splash. We looked at this last time, but for those of you who didn't see it, 3 black, black, black. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may play the top card of your library. If you cast a spell this way, pay life equal to its converted mana cost rather than pay its mana cost. So if you can gain some life, this goes nuts. Even if you can't, it gives you several free spells, so that's pretty cool. Single combat. Yeah, we talked about that one, not liking it. We got a Teferi Planeswalker. What do you got, Teferi? 4 Loyalty Planeswalker, Azorius. Each opponent can cast spells only anytime they could cast a sorcery. Instant Hoser. And +1, until your next turn, you may cast sorcery spells as though they had flash, except for you. -3, return up to 1 target artifact, creature, or enchantment to its owner's hand and draw a card. That seems like a fun card, but I think we're pretty clearly pushed towards black and probably black-green. Even if you can get a 2-for-1 out of this, a 6-mana 2-for-1 is great, and you get the land for free, basically. So, seems sweet. So let's go black-green. Don't play Banehounds. They're trying. Maybe you put a couple more keywords on there. I mean, if you're, I would say if you're hyper aggro and you're doing things to augment your small stuff to get it bigger, then maybe there's a home for Banehound in some kind of deck, but it really needs to be about adding counters and auras to something like this, which I don't love anyway. All right. Yep. Actually, let's do it like this and like this. I think this is a little better for everybody's view. Yeah, we're going to aid the Fallen, assuming we get some uncommon Planeswalkers. The gold cards show up. There's just not many of them. See? Operative. Can't be blocked by creatures with power 4 or greater. That's interesting. It's kind of interesting. Well, I'm going to put him in for now, and we'll see how aggro we are. Maybe one of these, see what kind of combat trick that plays out as. Yeah, this looks... That's a no-brainer. What about this? Spark Reaper, 2/3. It's pretty expensive. I'm going to put it in for now, but may cut it. Dying into Amass 2 seems fine. Hopefully we don't have to play a Behemoth. Obnix seems fine. Citadel, good. We like Finale. Here's another 1-mana creature we probably are going to ignore. Yeah, we don't want that. This, on the other hand, I like. Pollenbright Druid. This is flexible enough to go with. Doesn't do too much. We'll see if that stays in. Return to nature. Yeah, so I don't know how main deckable this is. Seems like the non-creature stuff people are playing are more Planeswalkers. I'm going to leave it out for now. That's a mediocre combat trick, it looks like. This is interesting. The 3/2 for 3 is pretty basic and underwhelming, but when it basically says small stuff can't trade up, that's pretty interesting. We'll add one and see how that plays out. New Horizons, probably ramp, right? Oh yeah, this is a reprint. Yeah, let's see where we can ramp to. I don't know. I'm going to add stuff and then cut, really. Here's more ramp. Gain 3 life. We'll see if we're doing a ramp thing or not. What do we got here? That's interesting. Well, Loyal Companion, 3/3. So we got Hill Giant with Trample Vigilance. If one or more +1/+1 counters, we put... Okay, so it likes +1/+1 counters and has a baseline solidness to it. So we'll add that. New Horizons puts counters on that, for example. Giving everything else trample for a 4/5 versus just a big old worm. Let's add a worm. Let's add our castable planeswalkers to see how they go. What does Ashiok do, though? No, I guess we're not Ashiocking. And then we're definitely running that. And are we splashing any red? No. Let's look at artifacts. Guild Globe. I like Guild Globe. That seems solid. Well, they're not really splashing. Ambush. Do we have an ambush in already, or is you seeing an ambush somewhere else that I skipped over? Here, let's go. Ambush, okay. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control, then that creature deals damage equals to power to target creature player. Okay, yeah. That's solid. Is it splashable? We have New Horizons, and well, I'll put it in for now, and we'll take a look here. Oh, Guild Globe. Yeah, that's true. I just saw the. I was thinking of it in terms of that it replaces itself when it comes in. But yes, it's just filtering. You're not actually ramping. You're just filtering, which is not great. So yeah, we'll leave that out. But we could play a Geode, but I don't think so. We have green ramp if we're gonna do the ramp stuff. I'm not sure exactly. We have a Primordial Worm we're ramping too, but now let's just cut the splash. And what do we got here? 12/12. Let's find one cut. Pharynix, I don't know. Like, on the one hand, I like dual lands because it lets people cast their spells. On the other hand, it forces kind of 3+ color pretty constantly. I think it's interesting to have formats that make you be a little bit more disciplined or make you embrace green if you want to get beyond a couple of colors. No, we didn't. I don't think we saw. Yeah, let's check, we can check our golds. Could look to, maybe we do splash red since we have Rampage and Ambush. All right, I'm in. And then we maybe cut. I think we're just going to make this a little bit more control-y, fewer creatures, and heavy on the control elements. Ashiok doesn't really play here unless you're doing the mill thing. No, it's probably not. Like, we could cut some ramp elements as well, but the trouble is the ramp elements fix the splash that I'm adding here. Yeah, so it's not even like Invasion, not that. All right, let's not overthink, Ryan. You said you weren't going to do this. How about... Sure, it'll be... sometimes they will queen, very rarely, but that's what's kind of a cool design about it. It's going to happen so rarely that when it does happen, it'll feel really sweet. Well, let's cut this dude. I don't think I like that. And... big spells beyond what I'm playing, or the big spells that I already have in the deck. Bargain. I just want to make a cut now. We could actually cut a land, probably. We have so much rampy ramp. So let's do that. Let's just be... We're going to be weirdly controlling. Here's how much of a throwaway day this is in terms of results. I'm running 41. Except I got to fix that land. I don't think that land is right. We're going to go like this. We're counting on most of our support coming from... Actually, let's go like this. I like that. 41 cards, folks. Just to show you how serious I am today. Having a 2-drop into New Horizons is great. Hello. Nothing to ramp to on 4. I'm going to attack and try Arlen's Wolf here. Although let's... Yeah, I guess we can start with the attack. Next turn, we can New Horizons onto a swamp and have Rampage available. Let's go make the wolf bigger. No, I'd say Geode is... It's more flexible. It allow, obviously it's fixing all 5 colors instead of 2, but the lack of card draw makes it much less interesting and makes it much less playable unless you are really looking to ramp and fix. I would not play Mana Geode unless you were interested in ramping to 6+ mana spells and you had 3+ colors. Let's see what this is all about. Sorcery. Enter the god 4 damage to target creature, and you gain life equal to damage dealt this way. Target player puts the top 4 cards of the library in their graveyard and amass 4. That seems very good, but we do have some answers for that. However, we're going to start by casting our Primordial Worm, and we'll worry about 4/4s next turn. Blue points out that this is strictly better than a Manolith. That's a good way to put it. This is just Manolith with the Scry tacked on. And so it's about Manolith level good. Like, think about when you would have played Manolith previously, and that's kind of about when you're going to want to play the Geode here. What do we got? What are they doing? I don't know why they're suiciding into the worm, so I don't trust it. We're going to let that happen. And we get... Oh, cool. We can cast both of these here. Let's see. What do we want to do? So we can pay 5 to just straight up destroy. I actually kind of like that. Like, I don't care about this Reaver. You can't even crew that. So let's just pay the kicker. And by the way, you know, like the joke that I've said that the R&D joke is that all mechanics are kicker. Like, this is what we mean by that. You know, like, this is kicker. We just didn't put, I say we like I still work there. They just didn't put kicker on the card, right? But we're going to kick it. Can I kick it? Yes, you can. I could have made them sack this with this, but I'll let them chump if they want. Okay, we could still do it here. They can probably play something and attack and crew. And I don't want that to happen. I'm going to go ahead and make them sack a creature just to make... Well, no, they can probably do it anyway. I'm just going to end turn. Yeah, I was a little surprised to see this at rare. It does straight up draw a card. If it looted, it would feel more uncommon, maybe. And like I said, this is one of my fears, that now we give him a card or we lose our druid. And honestly, I'll give him the card. Pharynx, it's called kicking because that was just literally the name of the term, you know, of the original mechanic. The original mechanic kicker came out in what? Was it Tempest? I want to say Tempest. It's in that era. Invasion? Really? Kicker was Invasion? I thought it was earlier than that, but maybe I'm thinking of like Echo or something like that. Okay, we got our cool legendary artifact, but it uses up a lot of life to do stuff. It's kind of a do-nothing right now. I almost would rather make him sack some stuff here. But let's see if they have anything more to stop the worm first, and we'll hang back. Yeah, just making sure that we didn't want to try and use, you know, double. We can do double rampage. Buyback is the Tempest mechanic I was thinking of for sure. No, there's no lore. It was just a very mechanical name. Here we're gonna go ahead and trade here. And now I'm gonna make him sacrifice creatures. And eventually try and get... Oh, let's see. If I go like this and like this... Oh, no, wait. Wait. We go black. Oh, no, I can't do it, can I? I'm trying to find a way. But no matter what... Wait. Yeah, we can't do it. Can't do it. Still gonna cast it. I just can't cast it so that we have the ability to play Rampage afterwards. That's what I was trying to do. Yeah, so keep showing you cards in case you don't know them, as Colin points out. This is one we're considering here. I would have just used the artifact. Maybe I could have done artifact twice and gotten rid of this and this. That would have been fine. Maybe that would have been better.
This isn't a fight you can win.
Oh, I can make him sacrifice that planeswalker.
That's more like it.
Yeah, they've had everything they needed to keep bouncing our stuff to get that submersible through. Now, what do we... We can't cast the Citadel. Oh, we can't. Let's see. We go like this for this, and this, this, this. Wait a second. We gotta get... I'm doing this kind of weirdly, but bear with me. Oh, what? I thought you'd let me choose. You dumb... I mean, I gotta... What? Look at the casting cost of my spell, auto tap. What? Look away, children. Oh, it was my fault. Let's take a look. Good. I'm raging against auto... I'm glad, actually. I'm glad it was me and not auto tap. It makes me feel better. And could I not? Oh, yeah. Oh, and it had this. Too bad we didn't have a creature for it.
Gideon Jura, at your service. I will lend you my strength.
I don't think this card is this good. We just kind of screwed up this game. All right.
Before your kind ever existed.
So don't care about this. I really would like to turn it off, just don't have to deal with that at the... Like, I just want this to go away. Why are you making me do this? Give me a way to say I don't want to do this. It's all new player stuff that we don't want anything to do with, and they are not giving me a way to make it go away. Let's say if we go here. Is it in here? Can I just say in here? Oh my god. Wizards! Oh, let me adjust this stuff too. There we go. What do we got here? That's keepable. The Mana Leak is old school. The Mana Leak and I were podcasting on different podcasts back in 2009. What up, Mana Leak? Land? Yeah, good. We'll throw this on a swamp. I don't even know what Kaya does. I just kind of put her in our deck. Ah, that's good. Exiling creatures, I hear, is something we like to do. Interesting. Got rid of our ramp. I'm happy to keep Kaya. We'll get there eventually. Toughness X or less. We're close. If we get another land and they play another 3 toughness, we get to wreck them pretty good. And we'll offer an opportunist. Let's go like that. And I guess we get to 2 for 1. 2 for 1, or 1.5 for 1. I'll do it. I didn't think they were going to block, honestly. Hello, Johanb. Johanb. Well, we don't have a lot of action without more land, but I'm just going to keep... I mean, I guess we don't even need to do that now. I'll be patient. What am I doing? Shoot, Johan. Especially since right now we can finale this Strix, and if they keep putting low toughness creatures down, we can just really wreck them with finale. Yes, in fact, I think I started responding to you this morning, but then my stream started, so I stopped. But we can talk about. I saw your comment about wanting to be free to play, but not being sure about my rare drafting recommendations, and I do want to speak to that. Remind me after this game, and we'll take a brief aside, because there is an important point besides just the win percentage increase, and let's also, what's going on here? We got Lich, 5/4 trample, comment. So they can't get anything back with the Lich right now. It's just a 5/4. And we're close to being able to Kaya it. And we don't get to tell them which one. Unless we do it... Yeah, we don't have the black to get it done. Okay. So we're going to no attack this one, I guess. And try to get to casualties or Kaya. Yeah, there's no reason to make him sack and let the Lich get it back. So we'll just have to take a hit here, which we can afford to do. Uramensch asks, in poker, do you need to switch between play aggro conservative? Seems like Magic players need to learn both. Poker, yeah, it depends a lot about the table and the image you're trying to cultivate and how you're trying to then use that image to cross people up. But we're a land away from dropping Kaya or casualties, so probably just casualties, and then we can get rid of the big threat without putting Kaya at risk of losing loyalty to the Strix. All right, well now I like just finale, boom, 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 right? Although, that's interesting as well, but yeah, finale just taking out 3 of their creatures is just too good. I guess they get one back. It goes to hand, though. So it ends up being basically a 2-for-1 with a tempo bounce. Oh, more like, yeah, that wasn't the best play, was it? Let's go like this, then. Just trying to get to 6. Life gets so much easier for us at 6. But we're gonna have to give him a card now, I think. I mean, it gives him 2 cards, but it lets him be +1 on cards. And then we're gonna say no attacks so that we can block the Skylord, if we want.
It is just a small head.
I don't know. Yeah. Why isn't this flying, then? They should really make that fly. That's bad. I really use the hovering creature to... Or does this even have flying? Yeah, it's got flying is not floating.
Powerful enemy.
Yeah, saying it has flying is one thing. But no hover is not great. Oh, sure. You're too late. Man, if we had found our 6th land a while ago, this would be no contest, but as it is, we're up against it now. Probably need to play Wolf and make him sacrifice something just to stay alive here. So let's start with this sack. I went with that first just because auto tap couldn't screw us by doing that. It has blocking restrictions. Well, looks like we're out of luck again. That zombie token has flying, it's just not floating, which is real bad, Watsy. Real bad. Worse than me. Oh my god, stop it with the new player experience. Well, this one's ending quick. Let's see if we can get any win out of this. Here, actually, let's take a brief aside here. We have a question about how many gems sealed takes. The answer is too many. If you... we have Johan, who has some questions about free-to-play and my rare drafting recommendations and stuff, so I'm going to take a brief aside here. Here, I'll even go to my... let's go to this view. So, first, how many gems does sealed take? It takes 2,000 gems, and you need 6 wins to get your 2,000 gems back. Although, to be fair, it's really like, you get 200. It's really 1,800 gems, because you automatically get 200 back no matter what. But, and the booster does matter, but Johan, I don't think of it that way. Like, it has that value. It depends on how much you value that. See, because Johan, here, fundamental question number 1 for you is, do you want to play limited? Do you want to play constructed? Or do you want to play both? Yeah, the boosters you get, like, that's what, but like Nantuko's hit it. Like, I really dislike people saying, but you get 6 boosters. No. You get 6 limited boosters. You get 6 boosters that contain no possible wild cards and no rare, So, if you want to do both, then my advice about heavy rare drafting and stuff and turning wild cards into gems is for people who are here to play limited. Like, I am limited leaning. I enjoy constructed, but I will enjoy whatever constructed I'm capable of given the collection that I have and take that. And what I really want to do is play as much limited as I can for as little as possible. And so you talk about growing your collection, Johan. Well, I got 4x of RNA on free-to-play from draft alone. Now, I have a 60% win rate, but 60% win rate plus very careful grinding, crafting, rare drafting, and all that stuff combined to allow me to be able to complete a playset of RNA in one season. And part of that was never playing sealed because the gem take is just too oppressive there. It's just too expensive. I don't care that you get a few extra rares out of it. You can do that. You can do the same thing in traditional. Like this has 3 packs, and traditional. Like if we go to unfortunately, I don't think they have one up here. Let's see if they do. Yeah, there's no traditional up, but if you look at the traditional payout, you get even more boosters for if you're in it for the boosters, but you get a much better return on your gems. And if you're trying to extend your play in limited, then you want to get a return on your gems. So, yeah, Phantom's not going to happen for a while. I think they'll only do Phantom if they introduce a format like Cube, where it's patently obvious that you can't just keep what you draft. Until they have a format where it's like you can't keep what you draft, they're not going to do Phantom because it doesn't actually lower the cost as much as you think, because the boosters aren't that valuable. So anyway, I say avoid sealed if you're on a budget, and then so Johan. What I would do if I were you, and also it depends on how much you're going to play. So for me, rare drafting is an important part of my free accounts approach because I play enough on it and I win enough on it that by doing it at the end of the season, we have 4x. If you're not in a position to win yourself or play yourself to 4x by the end of the season, then the other thing you can do instead is wait until you see in a draft a card that appeals to you in constructed. So let's say, Johan, that you are really excited about the new Teferi, and you have 12 wild cards saved up, and you go into your draft, and there's a Teferi. That's where you do what I'm talking about and say, okay, well, I wanted Teferi anyway, and I finally am going to draft a Teferi, so let me go in and craft 4 Teferis that I wanted anyway, go back into the draft and get gems out of that. So that's the kind of opportunistic gem grinding that you can do even on an account where you don't expect to make it to 4x of everything, and where you do want to play constructed, that you want that you have specific constructed goals that you're also trying to fit within your free-to-play goals. That can be tough to free-to-play both limited and constructed, doing what you want to do when you want to do it. You need to have quite a win rate to pull that off, but you can, like I said, take the rare drafting stuff that I've been talking about and apply it in limited ways to individual cards that you kind of wanted for your constructed pool anyway. And then that's how I would approach a mixed approach to free to play, and still using your wild cards to find opportunities to create gems. All right, enough of that soapbox. We'll go back to the battlefield and give this another try. I do not recommend anybody on a budget participate in sealed. Unless you truly care about filling out your collect. Even then, I just don't see how it's not better to just do it by draft. Unless you are trying to get there. But even then, you're still playing sealed. Just play draft. That's what I would say. We don't have anything other than green, but we do have our New Horizons. And with that, I'm going to keep it, because I think we'll ramp into this stuff. Sorry, Oppo. Ubermensch, any reason to spam sealed openings until you get a set of rares that is cohesive? That would be a reason to do it. The reason to not do it is that we are participating in a streamer showdown, and while I'm quite happy to bail out of an event and start a fresh one, I'm not in this to cycle through pools until I get one that, haha, is better than my opponent's, you know? Well, plan A was that we find a third land of any kind to get this New Horizons going, but we have not done that yet. What do we got from the Grizzly? 2/3, and you can pay 4 to check your top, and you can draw it if it's a creature or a planeswalker. Seems strong, especially for a common. You could call that an uncommon, and I'd be like, yeah. Sparky is sad for me. Yeah, King Jenny, that's cool. If money is no object and you like sealed and or you are testing for an event, then great. All right, we're going to go right to the New Horizons here and try and catch up on land. And maybe a 3/3 will hold back that Grizzly at least. I worked at WotC for 7 years. I started in 2011 after I left the Limited Resources podcast and was in R&D for about 4.5 years. Then moved to the Arena team at the beginning of 2016. Is that right? Yeah, beginning of 2016.
Initiate, you are not worthy. You are blind to the truth.
All right. Pretty big. I may be blind to the truth. It's true. What can we do here? We can make a couple of black, and then we could do Dreadhorde Invasion, and that's not great. We can make a couple of red, and then we get Rampage. I think I need to kill that Planeswalker, don't you think? I think we do. Yeah, I could have also used Cruelty to kill the Nurture and attack the Planeswalker. Maybe that would have been better. I'm going to make that 2/3 bigger, I expect, but that just makes it fall harder, if you know what I mean. 1, 2, 3. We have 4, so we can't finale for a bunch yet. This allows us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a finale of 3, which is still not quite there. But if we get a land next turn, we can do something on those. What do we want to do in the meantime? Maybe this. Will it let me choose? All right, it chooses, but a little more wisely. And we're just gonna. I'm gonna get rid of this Grizzly before Oppo starts to activate it for value. Oh, I didn't notice it. I'll have to keep a lookout for scry effects, what that looks like.
Meet the stone-forged fury of my blade.
So it damages tapped creatures. We don't have any of those. If we draw a land, we get to wipe out all of these. But we also will be taking a lot of damage and leaving our fate to drawing one off the top. It's got first strike, so blocking doesn't help there anyway. I think we just have to block here and hope that we find an untapped land here and then get a nice 3-for-1. Land, land, land. All right. I could have eaten the 1/1. I liked saving some damage, I guess. But again, not really thinking too hard through the plays here. But let's go 4 on this. And yeah, I'll attack Nahiri. If Nahiri wants to spend the rest of her loyalty to finish off the druid, that's cool. I don't know, we'll figure it out.
You brought this upon yourself.
Probably doing this, but let's... Actually, we just need to do that. We need every life point we've got, except we can't do it all, can we? If we make red here, we don't get any extra black. Yeah, we're trying to win before our own enchantment kills us, but yeah, I guess we just play the Dread Horde. Good point. So we could Spark Harvest the Dread Horde to make it a 4, and then it becomes a 5 on our next turn, and then a 6 after that. So we can kind of get there. Ah, look! Except, choose one. Okay, we can target ourselves on that. Interesting. Let's do this. Okay. We're gonna do this. Make sure I get this right. Oh, I think I did it wrong. Wait. Can I undo? No. All right. Choose an army you control. Yeah. Well, what I can't do is I was going to ambush and get a 6 counter on it right now. That's what I screwed up. But if they don't have anything, we should be able to lifelink next turn. Yay! All right. Came away with 1 win there. Interesting.